what does your pre-Reiki prayer look like? Oh, like before you do a session for yourself or someone else? I would love, like, I think everyone should share what they do for their pre-Reiki ritual. And so for me, for the longest time, it sounded like this. I have three parts to mine. The first part is to call in our heavy lifters. The second is to set the intention. And the third is to ask for releases to go to a specific place. So typically what mine would look like is I call upon my spirit guides, my guardian angels, my power animals, all those compassionate love and light entities to join with me to provide Reiki for their highest good, for their optimal healing of the body, mind, and spirit, for the perfect healing. And if any of us have a release, may it go to Mother Gaia for her reuse and recycling. Easy peasy. Calling your heavy lifters, set the intention for an open-ended general healing. We're not saying I want to heal their knee or their psychological problems or whatever. Like, I'm leaving it open-ended as much as possible so the Reiki can do whatever that divine consciousness, that divine intelligence wants, where it wants to go. I want to trust that. And so I'm not making any specifics. And then I ask for any releases to go to a specific space, which is the earth. I would love to let us do a roundtable. Chantel, I would love to hear yours because I know we're all a little different. And
So go ahead.
yeah.
Okay. So mine differs sometimes depending on if I'm like, I don't know, just sometimes it differs for me. So mine will look more like if I'm doing in person, I'm calling in our guides, our spiritual team, our loving ancestors. I call in our power animals. I might just name the directions, like the directions that the spirits of the east, the spirits of the south, the spirits of the west, and the spirits of the north. And then I call in our higher selves to help to guide us, to lead us, to release anything that's ready to be released to Mother Earth Gaia for her reuse and her recycling. And then for us to be open to any messages that we're meant to receive. And then giving thanks and opening that sacred circle. If I'm doing distance, it looks pretty much the same. And of course, you're naming your client and for their highest good. But if I do distance, I also add in that I am sending distance Reiki through all timeline, space, and dimensions for their highest good and the highest good of all. So we're working not just on our current lifetime, but all lifetimes. And that can include everything, right? So it's also doing generational trauma. It's working on ancestral lineages, all of that. And so that's pretty much how I do mine. And then the closing up at the end of it.